Speak with confidence. Underscore secret techniques to speak like Andrew Tate. Written by Ethan Hope. Published by Wisdom Audiobooks. Introduction. Have you ever sat in a room, silently wishing you had the courage to speak up, while others captured the attention of everyone around? Imagine being the one people turn to for insight and inspiration. This book is about transforming that wish into reality. It's about discovering how confident communication can change not just your career, but your life. In today's fast-paced world, where first impressions matter immensely, speaking with confidence isn't just an option, it's a necessity. Whether you're presenting a game-changing pitch to potential investors, navigating a challenging conversation at work, or addressing a large audience, your ability to communicate clearly and confidently can make all the difference. Studies show that effective communicators are often more successful, earn higher salaries, and climb the career ladder faster than their less articulate counterparts. Mastering the art of confident speech can propel your career forward, earning you the respect of your peers and the admiration of your audience. Consider Andrew Tate, a figure known for his commanding presence and persuasive speech. Andrew doesn't just speak, he captivates and influences. His ability to convey ideas compellingly and authoritatively has made him a highly sought-after speaker and consultant. By unraveling his techniques, this book aims to unlock your own potential to communicate powerfully. You'll learn how to harness the skills that make speakers like Andrew stand out, ensuring that you too can leave a lasting impression on any audience. This book is meticulously designed to guide you step by step through the foundations of confident speaking. We start by delving into the psychological underpinnings of communication, understanding the fears and anxieties that often hold us back. By recognizing these mental barriers, we can begin to dismantle them, paving the way for more authentic and fearless expression. From there, we explore the crucial elements of nonverbal communication. Did you know that body language can sometimes speak louder than words? We'll delve into techniques for mastering body language, ensuring that your gestures, posture, and facial expressions reinforce your verbal messages, rather than contradict them. You'll find practical exercises to help you develop a confident stance and a relaxed demeanor, key elements that contribute significantly to how your message is received. Next, we'll dive into vocal delivery. Your voice is a powerful tool that can convey credibility, passion, and emotion. Learning to modulate your tone, pitch, and pace can dramatically enhance the effectiveness of your communication. This section offers tips and exercises to help you control your voice, making sure it reflects the confidence and clarity of your thoughts. As we move further, the book presents tailored techniques for different scenarios, whether it's pitching a new idea, conducting a meeting, or speaking at a public event. Each chapter comes packed with actionable insights and real-world examples, so you can see these techniques in action and understand how to adapt them to your unique situation. You'll also find interactive exercises designed to help you practice and refine these skills, ensuring that you're not just reading about confident communication, but actively working towards mastering it. For entrepreneurs, effective pitching can mean the difference between securing funding and watching an idea fizzle out. In our dedicated chapter on pitching, you'll learn how to structure your presentations to highlight the most compelling aspects of your business. We'll walk you through the process of crafting a narrative that captivates investors, providing you with the tools to articulate your vision persuasively and succinctly. If you're a professional looking to improve workplace communication, this book has you covered. We delve into strategies for enhancing collaboration and navigating difficult conversations with confidence. You'll discover how to give and receive feedback constructively, resolve conflicts amicably, and build stronger relationships with colleagues and clients alike. For individuals preparing for public speaking engagements, presentations, or interviews, the chapters on anxiety management and message articulation are invaluable. Public speaking is one of the most common fears, but it doesn't have to hold you back. We offer strategies to manage anxiety effectively, helping you stay calm and focused. Additionally, You'll learn how to structure your content and deliver it in a way that resonates deeply with your audience. By practicing these techniques, you'll be able to stand before any crowd with assurance, knowing that your message will be heard and remembered. Beyond just skills and techniques, this book encourages a transformative mindset. It invites you to embrace the opportunity for personal growth and transformation. Effective communication is more than a skill. It's a tool for empowering change in your life. Ready to shed doubts and insecurities? This is more than just a guide. It's an invitation to transform how you express yourself, command a room, and inspire others. By embarking on this journey, you're not just learning to speak more confidently, you're investing in your future. Whether you're looking to advance your career, improve your relationships, or simply feel more at ease in social situations, the principles and practices outlined in this book will serve as your roadmap to becoming a more compelling communicator. So, let's embark on this journey of self-discovery together. With each page, you'll gain new insights and practical tools to help you find your voice and use it with power and purpose. Welcome to the start of something transformative, where your words can truly change the world. Chapter 1. Understanding the Foundations of Confidence. Building a strong psychological foundation for confident communication begins with understanding the roots of our fears and anxieties. Public speaking, often ranked among the most common and daunting fears, can invoke a range of self-limiting beliefs that hinder effective expression. These insecurities, whether they stem from a fear of judgment, failure, or making mistakes, can paralyze speakers and affect their delivery. Recognizing and addressing these internal barriers is crucial for transforming communication apprehension into confidence. This chapter delves into identifying and challenging the negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that undermine your public speaking abilities. By examining past experiences and their impact on current self-perceptions, readers will learn to reframe their mindset towards growth rather than perfection. Practical strategies, such as journaling negative thoughts and replacing them with positive affirmations, will be explored. The discussion also includes methods for embracing constructive feedback and gradual exposure to speaking opportunities, helping individuals build resilience and enhance their communication skills. Identifying limiting beliefs about public speaking. Many individuals fear judgment, failure, or making mistakes, which can paralyze their ability to speak effectively. Public speaking is often considered one of the most common and terrifying fears people experience. When standing before an audience, the mind can conjure various what-if scenarios. What if I forget my lines? What if people don't like what I have to say? What if I make a fool of myself in front of everyone? These thoughts can be overwhelming and lead to immense anxiety. Understanding these fears is the first step toward overcoming them. It's important to acknowledge that you're not alone. Even seasoned speakers experience nerves before they present. According to a study conducted by Chapman University, 74% of Americans suffer from speech anxiety, making it more common than fears of heights, bugs, or even flying. Recognizing this statistic can help normalize your feelings and reduce the isolation you might feel when facing these concerns. Once you've identified your fears, it's crucial to challenge negative self-talk. Our internal dialogue has a powerful impact on our confidence and overall performance. Negative self-talk might include thoughts like, "I'm terrible at public speaking," or "everyone will think I'm incompetent." Such thoughts undermine your confidence and can become self-fulfilling prophecies if left unchecked. To combat negative self-talk, start by becoming aware of when these thoughts arise. Keep a journal to document any negative thoughts before, during, and after a speaking engagement. Once identified, actively challenge these thoughts with positive affirmations. For instance, replace "I'm terrible at public speaking" with "I am improving my public speaking skills every day." This practice aligns with the research by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, who notes that one negative thought needs to be offset by at least 3 positive ones to maintain a balanced mindset. Recognizing past experiences that influence current beliefs about public speaking is also essential. Perhaps you had a traumatic experience during a school presentation, or maybe someone criticized your speaking style early in your career. These past events can leave lasting impressions, shaping how you perceive your abilities today. To move forward, reflect on specific past experiences that may have contributed to your fear of public speaking. Write down these instances and analyze how they affect your current beliefs. For example, if a teacher once told you that your voice was too quiet, this might explain why you now doubt your vocal projection. Recognizing these connections helps you understand that your fear isn't a personal flaw, but a learned response from past events. After acknowledging these past experiences, it's vital to embrace growth over perfection. The fear of making mistakes often stems from a desire for perfection. However, striving for flawlessness can be paralyzing and counterproductive. Instead, view each speaking opportunity as a chance to grow and learn, rather than a test of your worth. Approaching public speaking with a growth mindset means welcoming mistakes as part of the learning process. For instance, if you stumble over your words or forget a point, use it as a lesson to refine your preparation techniques for next time. Eduardo Bresciano emphasizes the importance of operating in a learning zone, a safe space where making mistakes is an acceptable part of the journey toward improvement. This perspective shift allows you to move past failures quickly and focus on continuous progress. In practice, embracing growth over perfection also involves seeking constructive feedback. Feedback should be viewed as an opportunity to gain new insights and adjust your approach. While it might be uncomfortable, especially if the feedback points out weaknesses, it is immensely valuable for your development. Encourage trusted colleagues or friends to provide detailed feedback on your speeches. Ask them to focus specifically on areas for improvement, and be open to their suggestions without taking it personally. Furthermore, welcome small, incremental challenges to boost your confidence gradually. Begin with less intimidating speaking situations, such as small group meetings or informal gatherings. As you gain more experience and confidence, progressively tackle larger audiences and more formal presentations. This method of gradual exposure helps desensitize you to the fear while providing ample opportunities to practice and improve. Public speaking is indeed a skill that requires consistent practice and effort. Implementing positivity and reframing your perception of public speaking are key techniques to consider. Positive thinking can significantly influence how we manage fear and perform under pressure. As noted by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, maintaining a positive mindset helps clear our thoughts and enhances creativity, leading to improved performance during public speaking engagements. Next time you find yourself before an audience, envision a successful outcome. Visualize the crowd smiling and nodding in agreement with your points. This mental rehearsal creates a positive frame of reference that can calm your nerves and increase your confidence. Establishing a growth mindset. Cultivating a mindset oriented toward growth and opportunities in communication is foundational for building strong, confident communicators. This subpoint explores how adopting the right mindset can transform one's approach to speaking, enhance personal growth, and open doors to new opportunities. Understanding growth versus fixed mindset. The distinction between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset plays a crucial role in shaping one's communication skills. A fixed mindset suggests that abilities are static and unchangeable. People with this mindset may believe they are inherently bad at public speaking and thus avoid it. In contrast, a growth mindset posits that abilities can be developed through dedication and effort. Individuals with a growth mindset view challenges as learning opportunities rather than insurmountable obstacles. Consider an entrepreneur preparing for a critical pitch. With a fixed mindset, they might focus on the fear of failure, thinking they're not naturally persuasive. On the other hand, a growth mindset encourages them to see each pitch as a chance to improve their delivery and refine their message. Embracing a growth mindset allows them to seek feedback and apply it constructively, continuously enhancing their pitching skills. Setting realistic goals. Setting realistic goals is essential for anyone looking to improve their communication skills. Establishing clear, achievable objectives provides direction and motivation. For instance, instead of aiming to become a flawless speaker overnight, an individual could set smaller, more attainable goals like improving eye contact or reducing filler words. One way to set realistic goals is by using the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, a professional might aim to speak confidently without reading notes during a 10-minute presentation within 3 months. Breaking down this goal into smaller steps, such as mastering one section of the presentation each week, makes it more manageable and less daunting. Cultivating curiosity. Curiosity is a powerful tool in the realm of communication. When individuals are curious, they are more likely to engage deeply with their subject matter and audience. Cultivating curiosity involves asking questions, seeking diverse perspectives, and being genuinely interested in learning. For professionals in various fields, curiosity can lead to more meaningful conversations and collaborations. By asking open-ended questions and showing interest in colleagues' viewpoints, they create an environment of mutual respect and understanding. This inquisitive attitude not only enriches their own knowledge, but also fosters stronger connections with others. Public speakers and presenters, too, benefit from curiosity. By exploring new topics and staying updated with industry trends, they can provide fresh and engaging content to their audiences. Their enthusiasm for learning becomes contagious, capturing listeners' attention and making their presentations more impactful. Celebrating consistent effort. Acknowledging and celebrating consistent effort is vital for maintaining motivation and building confidence in communication. Progress is often incremental, and recognizing small victories along the way can be incredibly encouraging. For instance, consider an individual who has been working on reducing anxiety during public speaking. They might celebrate milestones, such as speaking confidently in front of a small group or successfully answering questions during a presentation. Each achievement, no matter how minor, contributes to a sense of accomplishment and reinforces their commitment to improvement. Celebrating effort also involves reflecting on the journey rather than solely focusing on the destination. Entrepreneurs, for example, should acknowledge the hard work they put into honing their pitches, even if the final outcome isn't perfect. This reflection helps them appreciate their growth and persistence, motivating them to continue striving for excellence. In workplace settings, leaders can foster a culture of recognition by celebrating their team's efforts. Regularly acknowledging contributions and progress not only boosts morale, but also encourages continuous improvement. This practice can create an environment where employees feel valued and motivated to communicate effectively. Building a strong psychological foundation for confident communication requires addressing and overcoming limiting beliefs. By identifying fears and challenging negative self-talk, individuals can begin to replace these thoughts with positive affirmations. Reflecting on past experiences that shape current beliefs is crucial, as it allows one to understand and redirect learned responses. Embracing growth over perfection and viewing each speaking opportunity as a chance to learn fosters continuous improvement and resilience. Adopting a growth mindset transforms how we perceive challenges and opportunities in communication. Setting realistic goals using the SMART criteria helps break down the process into manageable steps, making improvement more achievable. Cultivating curiosity and celebrating consistent effort reinforces progress and motivation. By understanding that communication skills can be developed through dedication and practice, anyone can enhance their confidence and effectiveness as a speaker. Chapter 2. Mastering your mindset. Mastering your mindset is essential for developing a resilient and assertive mental state, crucial for confident communication. This chapter delves into practical techniques for enhancing your internal dialogue, enabling you to overcome self-doubt and build mental toughness. By transforming your thought patterns, you can create a foundation of positive self-talk that supports effective communication and personal growth. In this chapter, readers will explore methods to identify and reframe negative thought patterns, helping them foster a more empowering perspective. You'll learn how to craft personalized affirmations and mantras to reinforce your confidence and maintain a positive mental outlook. Additionally, the chapter covers mindfulness and self-reflection practices designed to enhance self-awareness and improve your internal dialogue. Through these strategies, you will be equipped to cultivate a resilient mindset that not only boosts your communication skills, but also supports overall well-being. Developing internal dialogue techniques. Identifying negative thought patterns. One of the most crucial steps in mastering your mindset is identifying negative thought patterns that undermine your confidence. These detrimental self-talk habits often operate on autopilot, feeding into a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. Common negative thoughts might include statements like, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," or "I always mess up." Such thoughts can sap your motivation and create barriers to effective communication and personal growth. To break free from these limitations, it's vital to become aware of these automatic thoughts. Start by keeping a journal where you record your thoughts throughout the day, especially during stressful situations. This exercise will help you recognize recurring negative patterns. For instance, you might notice that you frequently tell yourself that you're unworthy during meetings or presentations. By identifying these moments, you can begin to understand the triggers and contexts in which these negative thoughts arise. Once you've identified these patterns, it's essential to reflect on their origins. Are these thoughts based on past experiences, societal expectations, or internalized beliefs? Understanding their roots can offer insights into why you think this way and how to challenge these limiting beliefs. Sometimes, just acknowledging that these thoughts exist can diminish their power over you. Reframing thoughts positively. After identifying negative thought patterns, the next step is to reframe them positively. Reframing involves transforming harmful thoughts into empowering affirmations that boost your confidence and promote a resilient mindset. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," reframe it to, "I am capable of learning and improving." Positive reframing is not about denying reality or sugarcoating challenges, but about shifting your perspective to focus on growth and possibilities. To practice this, every time you identify a negative thought, pause and consciously replace it with a positive and constructive alternative. Over time, this practice can rewire your brain to automatically generate more positive thoughts. Consider setting aside a few minutes each day for a thought review session. During this time, revisit situations where negative thoughts emerged and actively reframe them. For instance, if you thought, "I'll embarrass myself in front of clients," reframe it to, "Every presentation is an opportunity to improve my skills and connect with my audience." Reframing can also involve visualizing successful outcomes. Instead of dwelling on what could go wrong, picture yourself navigating the situation confidently and effectively. Visualization helps reinforce the positive reframing in your subconscious, making it easier to maintain a positive internal dialogue. Creating an empowering mantra. Crafting personalized affirmations or mantras is another powerful tool to reinforce confidence. An empowering mantra is a short, positive statement that resonates with you on a personal level and can be repeated regularly to bolster your mental state. For example, "I am confident and capable," or "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth." Your mantra should feel authentic and reflect your values and goals. Take some time to think about what qualities you want to embody and what challenges you aim to overcome. Write down several potential mantras and choose the one that feels most empowering to you. Once you've selected your mantra, incorporate it into your daily routine. Repeat it silently or aloud during moments of doubt, before important meetings, or whenever you need a confidence boost. Using mantras consistently can help overwrite old, negative thought patterns with new positive ones. Over time, these affirmations can become ingrained in your thinking, making it easier to maintain a confident and positive mindset. Mindfulness and self-reflection. Mindfulness and self-reflection are essential practices for cultivating a positive internal dialogue and enhancing self-awareness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, allowing you to observe your thoughts and feelings objectively. This practice can prevent you from getting swept away by negative thoughts and enable you to respond more constructively. Start incorporating mindfulness practices into your daily routine. You can begin with simple techniques, such as mindful breathing or body scans. During these exercises, focus your attention on your breath or different parts of your body, noticing any sensations, thoughts, or emotions that arise. When you notice a negative thought, acknowledge its presence without judgment and gently bring your focus back to your breath. Journaling is another effective tool for self-reflection. Set aside time each day to write about your thoughts and experiences. Reflect on moments when you felt confident and those when self-doubt crept in. What were the circumstances? How did you respond? Writing about these experiences can help you gain insights into your internal dialogue and identify areas for improvement. Additionally, consider practicing loving-kindness meditation, which involves sending compassionate thoughts to yourself and others. This practice can foster a greater sense of self-love and reduce harsh self-criticism. During a loving-kindness meditation, repeat phrases like, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be at peace." Shifting your focus towards self-compassion can significantly enhance your internal dialogue. Combining mindfulness with positive self-talk creates a powerful synergy. As you become more aware of your thoughts through mindfulness, you can intentionally choose to replace negative ones with positive affirmations. This conscious effort helps create a supportive and encouraging inner environment. Overcoming self-doubt through positive affirmation. Understanding self-doubt. Define the roots and effects of self-doubt on communication skills. Self-doubt is a pervasive issue that affects many individuals, particularly when it comes to communication. It often stems from past experiences where we may have felt judged, rejected, or criticized. Over time, these incidents build up and create a lingering sense of unease whenever we need to express ourselves. This internal barrier can be compounded by societal pressures and personal insecurities, making it challenging to communicate confidently. For entrepreneurs pitching their ideas or professionals collaborating in the workplace, self-doubt can manifest in several ways. It might cause hesitation, resulting in missed opportunities to share innovative thoughts. The fear of being wrong or ridiculed can stifle creativity and hinder progress. In public speaking scenarios, self-doubt can lead to visible anxiety, affecting both delivery and audience perception. Crafting effective affirmations. Create impactful affirmations that resonate personally and are specific and actionable. To combat self-doubt, crafting effective affirmations is paramount. Unlike generic statements, impactful affirmations must resonate on a personal level and be tailored to address specific challenges. Start by identifying areas where self-doubt most frequently arises. Is it during presentations, engaging in team discussions, or perhaps while negotiating with clients? Effective affirmations should be positive, present-tense statements that reinforce capability and self-worth. For instance, instead of a vague affirmation like, "I am confident," opt for something more specific and actionable. "I am fully prepared and capable of delivering a compelling presentation." This specificity helps ground the affirmation in reality, making it more believable and easier to internalize. Affirmations should also align with personal values and goals. An entrepreneur might use an affirmation such as, "My innovative ideas are valuable and can transform industries," while a professional in the workplace might say, "I communicate effectively and contribute meaningfully to my team." Daily affirmation practice. Establish routines for daily affirmation practice to reinforce positivity. Incorporating daily affirmation practices is crucial for reinforcing positivity and gradually shifting one's mindset. Set aside a specific time each day dedicated to this practice, preferably during moments of quiet reflection, such as morning routines or before bed. Begin by selecting a few key affirmations that resonate deeply and write them down. Repetition is vital, so recite these affirmations multiple times, either silently or out loud. Visualization techniques can further enhance this practice. As you repeat each affirmation, visualize yourself successfully engaging in the situation you fear. If your affirmation is about delivering a presentation, imagine the audience's positive reactions, your clear and confident voice, and the overall success of your delivery. Consistency is key. Similar to building any new habit, regular practice solidifies these positive statements in your subconscious mind, eventually altering your internal dialogue. Additionally, consider using technology to assist. There are numerous apps available designed for daily affirmation reminders, helping you stay committed to the practice. Reviewing progress. Track progress over time and adjust affirmations accordingly to ensure continuous improvement. As with any developmental process, reviewing your progress regularly is essential. Tracking improvements helps identify what works and what needs adjustment, ensuring that the practice remains effective and aligned with evolving goals. Start by keeping a journal dedicated to your affirmation journey. Note your initial feelings and thoughts when you began, and continue to log your experiences after each significant communicative event. Were you less anxious during that recent presentation? Did you find yourself more assertive in a team meeting? Document both successes and setbacks, as both provide valuable insights. Set periodic check-ins, perhaps monthly, to evaluate your progress comprehensively. During these check-ins, review your journal entries and reflect on the patterns you've observed. Are certain affirmations more effective than others? Have there been changes in how you approach and handle situations previously dominated by self-doubt? Use this data to refine and adjust your affirmations. For example, if an affirmation feels outdated or no longer resonates, tweak it or replace it entirely to better suit your current needs and objectives. In addition to self-assessment, seeking feedback from trusted colleagues, mentors, or coaches can offer an external perspective on your growth. They might notice improvements or areas needing attention that you haven't considered. Incorporate their constructive feedback into your affirmation practice, enhancing its effectiveness. This chapter has guided you through essential techniques to develop a resilient and assertive mental state for confident communication. By identifying negative thought patterns, you can become more aware of the automatic tendencies that undermine your confidence. Reframing these thoughts positively transforms them into empowering affirmations, promoting growth and resilience. Personalized mantras further reinforce this positive mindset, embedding new supportive beliefs into your daily routine. Incorporating mindfulness and self-reflection allows you to observe your thoughts without judgment and replace negativity with constructive alternatives. Additionally, we explored how to overcome self-doubt using targeted affirmations and consistent practice. Creating specific, actionable affirmations helps ground your new beliefs in reality, making them easier to internalize. Daily repetition and visualization techniques solidify these affirmations, gradually shifting your internal dialogue towards positivity. Regularly reviewing your progress and adjusting affirmations ensures continuous improvement and alignment with your evolving goals. These strategies collectively enhance your mental toughness, enabling you to communicate confidently and effectively across various settings. Chapter 3. Conquering the fear of speaking. Conquering the fear of speaking involves understanding and addressing the anxiety that many people feel when faced with public speaking. This type of anxiety is common among individuals from various walks of life, including entrepreneurs pitching to investors, professionals engaging in workplace communication, or anyone preparing for a public speaking event. Exploring the roots of this fear and recognizing its triggers are essential steps toward overcoming it. By acknowledging that speech anxiety is a shared experience, readers can begin to approach their fears with a sense of solidarity and optimism. In this chapter, we delve into actionable methods to manage and ultimately conquer the fear of speaking. Readers will be guided through the technique of systematic desensitization, which includes gradual exposure to speaking situations, creating a hierarchy of fears, and reflecting post-exposure. Additionally, we'll cover relaxation techniques such as diaphragmatic breathing, the 4-7-8 technique, and visualization exercises that help manage nerves effectively. Personal anecdotes and practical exercises will highlight how these strategies can be integrated into daily routines, empowering readers to build confidence and enhance their communication skills across various settings. Using systematic desensitization. Systematic desensitization is a powerful technique for overcoming the fear of public speaking, leveraging incremental exposure to gradually diminish anxiety. This method involves 3 key steps: gradual exposure to speaking situations, establishing a personal hierarchy of fears, reflecting post-exposure, and seeking support. Gradual exposure to public speaking entails starting from low-pressure scenarios and moving towards more challenging ones. This progressive approach helps individuals build confidence and resilience over time. For instance, you can begin by speaking in front of a small group of friends or family members. These familiar faces create a supportive environment where the stakes are low, allowing you to practice without the intense pressure associated with larger audiences. As you become more comfortable, you can escalate to speaking in front of colleagues or classmates, who may provide more objective feedback, but still represent a relatively safe space. Eventually, you can aim to present in front of unknown audiences, such as at community events or professional gatherings, where the pressure is higher, but your experience and preparation help mitigate the anxiety. Creating a hierarchy of fears is a critical step in systematic desensitization. Start by identifying various public speaking scenarios and ranking them from least to most intimidating. For example, you might feel mildly anxious about speaking during a team meeting, but extremely fearful of delivering a keynote address at a conference. By organizing these situations into a structured hierarchy, you can systematically tackle each level, gradually building up your tolerance and confidence. This structured approach ensures that you don't overwhelm yourself by jumping from low to high-stress scenarios too quickly, which could exacerbate your anxiety rather than alleviate it. Reflection. Post-exposure is crucial for evaluating your performance and emotional response after each speaking opportunity. After each event, take some time to think about what went well and what could be improved. Reflecting on your experiences allows you to identify patterns in your anxiety triggers and develop strategies to cope with them. For instance, if you notice that you become particularly nervous when you forget a part of your speech, you can incorporate techniques like using cue cards or practicing memory recall exercises. By understanding your reactions and making necessary adjustments, you continually refine your public speaking skills, making each subsequent exposure less daunting. Seeking support from peers, mentors, speaking clubs, or professional coaches provides constructive feedback and motivation, playing a pivotal role in systematic desensitization. Engaging with a supportive network offers multiple benefits. Peers and mentors can share their own experiences and coping strategies, providing practical advice and encouragement. Speaking clubs like Toastmasters create a structured yet friendly environment where you can practice regularly and receive comprehensive feedback. Professional coaches offer tailored guidance based on their expertise, helping you target specific areas for improvement. The feedback you receive from these sources is invaluable, as it not only highlights areas for enhancement, but also reinforces your progress, boosting your confidence. To illustrate how systematic desensitization works in practice, consider the journey of an entrepreneur preparing for a major pitch to potential investors. The entrepreneur begins by rehearsing their pitch in front of a mirror, then progresses to presenting to a spouse or close friend. Next, they practice in front of a small group of trusted colleagues, gradually increasing the audience size and diversity until they feel ready to pitch in front of a live audience at a networking event. At each stage, they gather feedback, reflect on their performance, and make improvements, ensuring they are better prepared for the next level. Ultimately, by the time they stand in front of investors, their repeated exposure and reflection cycle has significantly reduced their anxiety, enabling them to deliver a confident and compelling presentation. An essential aspect of systematic desensitization is integrating relaxation techniques. Deep breathing, visualization, and mindfulness exercises can help manage stress responses during exposure to anxiety-provoking stimuli. Practicing these techniques regularly ensures you have effective tools at your disposal to remain calm and focused, even in high-pressure situations. Combining these relaxation methods with graded exposure creates a robust strategy to conquer public speaking fears. Applying breathing exercises to manage nerves. To conquer the fear of speaking effectively, it's important to understand the role of breathing exercises in managing anxiety. This subpoint focuses on teaching specific breathing techniques that can center oneself and alleviate nerves before and during speaking engagements. Let's dive into these exercises and their benefits. Diaphragmatic breathing. One of the most effective ways to manage speech anxiety is through diaphragmatic breathing. Also known as belly breathing, this technique involves deep breaths that engage the diaphragm rather than shallow breaths from the chest. Practicing diaphragmatic breathing can help increase lung capacity and reduce tension by promoting relaxation and oxygenating the blood more efficiently. To practice diaphragmatic breathing, find a comfortable, quiet place to sit or lie down. Place one hand on your upper chest and the other on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose, allowing your belly to rise while keeping your chest relatively still. Exhale slowly through slightly pursed lips, feeling your belly fall inward toward your spine. By repeating this exercise for 5-10 minutes daily, you can train your body to utilize diaphragmatic breathing naturally, thus reducing stress and anxiety in high-pressure situations like public speaking engagements. The 4-7-8 technique. Another powerful breathing exercise to calm the mind effectively before a speech is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Often referred to as the relaxing breath, this method acts as a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. To perform the 4-7-8 technique, start by placing the tip of your tongue against the ridge of tissue behind your upper front teeth and keep it there throughout the exercise. Completely exhale through your mouth, making a whoosh sound. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose to a mental count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Finally, exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound to a count of 8. Repeat this cycle 3 times. Practicing the 4-7-8 technique regularly can help lower heart rate, reduce anxiety, and create a sense of calmness, making it an excellent tool to use just before stepping onto the stage. Visualization while breathing. Combining visualization with breathing creates a powerful mindset synergy that can enhance the effectiveness of these techniques. Visualization involves mentally picturing yourself successfully delivering your speech, which can build confidence and reduce anxiety. Begin by sitting in a comfortable position and taking a few deep diaphragmatic breaths. As you continue with the breathing exercise, close your eyes and visualize yourself standing confidently before your audience. Picture your speech unfolding smoothly and your audience responding positively. This positive imagery helps shift your mindset, creating a sense of preparedness and self-assurance. Incorporating visualization with breathing not only calms the body, but also prepares the mind, making this combination a robust strategy for managing speech anxiety. Practice makes perfect. Establishing a daily routine of these breathing exercises is crucial for long-term anxiety management and improved speaking performance. Consistency in practice ensures that these techniques become second nature, allowing you to access them effortlessly in moments of stress. Start by setting aside time each day to practice diaphragmatic breathing and the 4-7-8 technique. Over time, gradually increase the duration and frequency of your sessions. You can integrate these practices into your daily routine by using natural pauses in your day, such as during breaks at work or before bed. Regular practice trains your body and mind to respond to stress with calmness, making it easier to manage nerves during actual speaking engagements. Incorporate visualization along with these exercises as part of your preparation for speeches or presentations. Before any significant speaking event, spend a few minutes each day visualizing your success. This combined approach reinforces a positive outlook and boosts your confidence. This chapter has provided actionable steps to manage speech anxiety using systematic desensitization and breathing exercises. By gradually exposing oneself to increasingly challenging speaking situations, creating a hierarchy of fears, reflecting post-exposure, and seeking support, readers can develop the confidence needed for public speaking. The addition of diaphragmatic breathing, the 4-7-8 technique, and visualization further equips individuals with the tools to remain calm and focused. Integrating these techniques into daily routines ensures that they become second nature, making it easier to handle nerves during actual speaking engagements. Whether you are an entrepreneur preparing for a pitch, a professional aiming to improve workplace communication, or an individual gearing up for a presentation, these strategies offer practical ways to overcome fear and emerge as confident communicators. Remember, consistent practice and reflection are key to mastering these skills and achieving success in your public speaking endeavors. Chapter 4. Crafting Compelling Messages. Crafting compelling messages is essential for effectively engaging your audience and enhancing your overall communication skills. Whether you are an entrepreneur pitching an idea, a professional seeking to improve workplace communication, or an individual preparing for public speaking, the ability to deliver impactful messages can significantly influence your success. This chapter will provide valuable insights into structuring and delivering messages that capture attention and resonate deeply with diverse audiences. Throughout this chapter, you will explore the importance of understanding your audience and tailoring your messages to their specific needs and preferences. By gathering demographic information and predicting audience reactions, you can create content that not only engages, but also leaves a lasting impression. The chapter will guide you through techniques such as using value-driven content and building rapport to enhance trust and receptivity. Moreover, you will learn how to leverage storytelling elements like vivid language, personal anecdotes, and strong hooks to make your narratives more engaging and memorable. With these tools, you will be better equipped to craft messages that inspire action and foster meaningful connections. Understanding your audience. In today's fast-paced world, it's crucial to craft messages that truly resonate with your audience. The goal of this subpoint is to highlight the importance of understanding your audience to tailor messages that effectively engage and create a lasting impact. To start, gathering information about your audience's demographics, interests, and needs allows you to make a personal connection. When you know who your audience is, whether they are potential clients, investors, colleagues, or an event audience, you can adjust your message accordingly. Demographic factors such as age, gender, occupation, and cultural background play a significant role in shaping how people perceive and respond to communication. For example, younger audiences might prefer messages delivered through social media channels using casual language, while older professionals might appreciate more formal presentations delivered via email or in-person meetings. Understanding these nuances ensures that your message is not only heard, but felt on a personal level. Next, predicting audience reactions is an essential step in adjusting delivery for improved engagement. By anticipating how your audience might react to certain points or pieces of information, you can prepare to address their concerns and objections proactively. This foresight helps you maintain control of the narrative and keeps the conversation flowing smoothly. For instance, if you are presenting a new product to potential investors, consider what questions they might have about its market viability or competitive edge. Addressing these points within your pitch not only demonstrates thoroughness, but also builds confidence in your proposal. Creating value-driven content is another critical aspect of effective communication. When the audience perceives your message as valuable and relevant to their own goals or challenges, they are more likely to remember and act on it. To achieve this, focus on delivering actionable insights, solutions to problems, or opportunities for growth that are directly aligned with the audience's needs. For example, when pitching to investors, highlight how your solution addresses a specific pain point in the market and present tangible benefits, such as potential return on investment. This approach not only keeps your audience engaged, but also positions you as a credible and reliable source of information. Building rapport through strong relationships is equally important for enhancing trust and receptivity. While this might seem more abstract compared to the more technical aspects of message crafting, fostering strong interpersonal connections can significantly boost the effectiveness of your communication. People are more likely to be receptive to messages from individuals they trust and respect. Establishing this rapport often involves showing genuine interest in your audience's perspectives and experiences, being empathetic towards their concerns, and consistently delivering on promises. Over time, these efforts cultivate a sense of mutual respect and collaboration, making your messages more impactful. One of the fundamental strategies for knowing your audience involves conducting thorough research ahead of any communication effort. Taking the time to gather intelligence on your audience enables you to fine-tune your message in ways that general assumptions cannot. Whether you're preparing for a meeting, presentation, or any form of outreach, invest some minutes to understand the business context, cultural context, and personal context of your audience. For instance, has the company experienced recent changes in leadership? Are there specific cultural norms you should be aware of, such as preferred communication styles or body language cues? These insights allow you to align your messaging with the audience's current state and expectations. Furthermore, leveraging tools and techniques such as surveys, interviews, or focus groups can provide a deeper understanding of your audience's preferences and expectations. Engaging directly with members of your target audience offers first-hand insights that are far more reliable than generic data. For entrepreneurs, this might mean organizing focus groups to test out new product concepts or using survey tools to gauge customer satisfaction. By actively listening to your audience, you gain valuable feedback that can shape and refine your messaging. Another key element of audience analysis is regularly updating and validating your assumptions. Audience preferences and behaviors can evolve over time due to various factors, such as technological advancements or shifts in cultural trends. Therefore, it's important to periodically reassess your audience analysis to ensure your messages remain relevant and effective. For example, a marketing strategy that worked well a year ago might need adjustments based on new consumer behaviors or emerging technologies. Staying attuned to these changes helps maintain the relevance and resonance of your communications. In addition to understanding your audience, it's equally important to adapt your communication style to match their preferences. This might involve modifying the tone, structure, or medium of your message. If addressing a diverse audience, you might need to balance between formal and informal tones, or blend detailed explanations with high-level summaries to cater to different levels of expertise. Furthermore, considering the cultural dimensions of communication is crucial when interacting with international or multicultural audiences. Misunderstandings can easily arise from differences in language nuances, body language interpretations, or social norms. Being mindful of these factors helps avoid potential pitfalls and enhances the clarity and effectiveness of your message. Finally, remember that effective communication is a dynamic process that requires continual learning and adaptation. As you become more adept at analyzing and understanding your audience, your ability to craft compelling and impactful messages will improve significantly. Not only will this skill set enhance your success in professional settings, but it will also enable you to build stronger connections, and foster more meaningful interactions in all areas of life. Utilizing storytelling techniques. Storytelling has been an intrinsic part of human communication for centuries. Its power lies in its ability to make complex ideas more relatable, engaging, and memorable. When crafting compelling messages, integrating storytelling can significantly enhance the delivery and impact of your message. A well-crafted narrative is foundational to effective storytelling. Begin by structuring your story with essential elements, such as a clear beginning, middle, and end. Each part serves a purpose. The beginning introduces the setting and characters. The middle presents the conflict or challenge, and the end offers resolution and conclusion. This structure not only provides clarity, but also ensures that your audience can easily follow and comprehend the progression of your narrative. Characters are pivotal in any story, since they give your audience someone to relate to or empathize with. Whether it's a protagonist facing a dilemma or an antagonist presenting obstacles, characters make your narrative come alive. For instance, when pitching a business idea, you could introduce a character who represents your target customer. Showcasing their struggles and how your product or service solves their problem can create a powerful connection with your audience. Conflict adds intrigue and tension to your story, keeping your audience engaged. The presence of a challenge or obstacle that needs to be overcome makes the narrative dynamic and compelling. In the realm of business, this could translate to presenting a significant market problem and demonstrating how your innovative solution addresses it. Highlighting the stakes involved and portraying the journey towards resolution can captivate your audience's attention and illustrate the value of your offering compellingly. Personal anecdotes are another effective tool in storytelling. Sharing real-life experiences can add authenticity and relatability to your message. When you recount personal stories, you build trust with your audience by showing vulnerability and honesty. For example, if you're discussing the importance of perseverance, sharing a personal setback and how you overcame it can resonate deeply with listeners. They see a genuine person behind the message, making them more likely to connect with and remember the point you're making. Vivid, descriptive language is crucial in painting a visual picture and amplifying the emotional impact of your story. Descriptions that engage the senses, sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, draw your audience into the world you're creating. Rather than saying, "The room was messy," describe it vividly. Books were strewn across the floor. Coffee cups stood precariously on the edge of the desk, and a faint aroma of old pizza lingered in the air. Such descriptions bring scenes to life, allowing your audience to visualize and feel the environment, thereby enhancing their engagement with your story. Additionally, using metaphors and similes can help simplify complex concepts and make them more accessible. Metaphors create connections between familiar and unfamiliar ideas, aiding comprehension. For example, explaining a tough business decision by comparing it to navigating a ship through a storm can provide a clearer understanding of the challenges and strategies involved. By employing figurative language, you can make abstract ideas tangible and easier to grasp. Beginning your story with a strong hook is essential to capturing your audience's attention from the outset. A hook is an opening statement or question designed to pique curiosity and set expectations. It should be intriguing enough to draw listeners in and make them want to hear more. This could be an unexpected fact, a provocative question, or a vivid scenario. For instance, starting with, "Imagine waking up tomorrow to find that everything you've worked for is gone," immediately engages the audience, setting the stage for a compelling narrative about resilience and recovery. To ensure your hook is impactful, consider the interests and concerns of your audience. Tailoring your opening to what matters most to them will make it more effective. If you're addressing potential investors, starting with a data point highlighting a significant market opportunity can draw them in quickly. For example, did you know that the market for eco-friendly products is projected to grow by 20% annually over the next 5 years? Sets a context that's both relevant and intriguing to your audience. Combining these elements, structure, character, conflict, personal anecdotes, vivid language, and a strong hook results in a narrative that not only conveys your message, but does so in a way that is both engaging and impactful. The interplay between storytelling and narrative strengthens your communication, making your message more persuasive and memorable. Incorporating these techniques into your storytelling can foster deeper connections with your audience. Stories have the unique power to bridge gaps, evoke emotions, and inspire action. Whether you're an entrepreneur pitching to investors, a professional aiming to improve workplace communication, or an individual preparing for public speaking, mastering the art of storytelling will enhance your ability to convey messages effectively. As we explore the art of crafting compelling narratives, remember that authenticity is key. Authenticity builds trust and establishes a lasting connection with your audience. By telling stories that reflect genuine experiences and emotions, you can resonate on a personal level. Authentic narratives stand out in an era where audiences seek truth and transparency. Throughout this chapter, we have delved into the intricacies of structuring and delivering impactful messages. By understanding your audience's demographics, interests, and needs, you can tailor your communication in ways that resonate deeply and create lasting impressions. Additionally, anticipating audience reactions allows you to address concerns proactively, ensuring smoother and more engaging interactions. Establishing personal connections and providing value-driven content further enhances the effectiveness of your message, making it memorable and compelling. As you continue to refine your communication skills, remember the importance of storytelling techniques. A well-crafted narrative with relatable characters, vivid language, and a clear structure can significantly elevate your delivery. Incorporating personal anecdotes adds authenticity, while a strong hook captures attention right from the start. By integrating these elements, you not only convey your message powerfully, but also build stronger relationships with your audience. Whether you're pitching to investors, collaborating with colleagues, or speaking publicly, mastering these strategies will enhance your ability to engage and persuade effectively. Chapter 5. The Power of Persuasion. Persuasion is a skill that permeates many aspects of our personal and professional lives. From pitching ideas to potential investors, facilitating workplace communication, or delivering a compelling public speech, the ability to persuade effectively can make a significant difference in achieving desired outcomes. This chapter delves into the nuanced techniques necessary for mastering persuasion, aiming to provide readers with practical insights they can apply across various scenarios. The power of persuasion hinges on understanding human psychology and using this knowledge to influence others ethically and effectively. In exploring persuasion, this chapter will cover three major components: establishing credibility, leveraging emotional appeal, and employing logical reasoning. By examining how to build trust and authority, you'll learn the importance of presenting yourself as knowledgeable and trustworthy. The discussion on emotional appeals will highlight ways to connect with your audience on an emotional level, making your message more impactful. Finally, the section on logical reasoning will illustrate how structuring your arguments logically and coherently can bolster your persuasive efforts. Each segment offers actionable advice tailored for entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals looking to enhance their speaking abilities, ensuring that readers come away equipped with strategies to engage and convince their audiences effectively. Establishing credibility. Credibility is a fundamental aspect of effective persuasion, essential for gaining the trust and engagement of your audience. Entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals preparing for public speaking can all benefit from understanding how to build and leverage credibility. This will enable them to communicate more convincingly and leave a lasting impact on their listeners. To start with, let's delve into the concept of the credibility triangle, which includes competence, character, and goodwill. These three elements are crucial in establishing a trustworthy speaker. Competence refers to the speaker's expertise and knowledge about the subject matter. When an audience perceives you as knowledgeable, they are more likely to trust what you say. Character involves the moral and ethical traits that a speaker exhibits. A person of good character comes across as honest, sincere, and reliable. Goodwill is the genuine concern a speaker shows for their audience. Demonstrating that you have the audience's best interests at heart increases your credibility significantly. Moving beyond theory, sharing relevant experiences is a powerful way to establish credibility. Personal anecdotes act as concrete examples that illustrate your points while making you more relatable to your audience. For instance, an entrepreneur pitching an innovative product might share a personal story about the challenges faced and overcome during development. This not only demonstrates commitment, but also connects emotionally with the audience. It's important to choose experiences that are directly relevant to your topic, ensuring that they reinforce your message effectively. Additionally, citing reputable sources is another essential strategy for building credibility. When you incorporate evidence and references from authoritative figures or institutions, you lend weight to your arguments. For instance, quoting a well-known industry expert or referencing data from a credible study adds layers of authenticity to your presentation. This method shows your audience that you have done your homework and are presenting well-researched information. It's important to ensure these sources are current and recognized within your field. Emphasizes that using up-to-date facts, statistics, and quotes from trusted sources enhances your ethos, making your argument more compelling and persuasive. Demonstrating confidence through body language is another key element in establishing credibility. Physical presence plays a significant role in how audiences perceive you. Confident speakers usually stand tall, make eye contact, and use gestures to emphasize their points. For example, maintaining eye contact helps in building a connection with individual audience members, making them feel addressed personally. A confident posture conveys self-assuredness and competence. Practice in front of a mirror, or record yourself to tune your body language for maximum positive impact. To synthesize these points effectively, it's helpful to understand how they interact and reinforce each other. For example, a speaker who shares a well-researched personal experience, combining personal anecdote with credible evidence, while maintaining strong body language, weaves together all the elements of the credibility triangle harmoniously. By addressing each component cohesively, such a speaker manages to project competence, character, and goodwill simultaneously, becoming exceedingly persuasive. Recounting real-life examples enriches your narrative and breathes life into theoretical concepts. For instance, an educational consultant discussing the benefits of new teaching methodologies might share how specific strategies improved student engagement in their classroom. This not only showcases expertise, but also provides tangible proof of effectiveness. It's beneficial to keep the stories concise, relevant, and directly tied to the broader message you aim to convey. When incorporating cited materials, it's essential to balance original thoughts with referenced information. Overloading your speech with citations can overwhelm the audience and dilute your personal voice. Instead, integrate the cited information seamlessly into your narrative, enhancing your points without overshadowing your own contributions. The importance of thorough preparation cannot be overstated. Prior to delivering your speech, spend considerable time researching and organizing your material. Practicing extensively enables you to present confidently, ensuring your body language conveys assurance and control. It's equally vital to familiarize yourself with potential questions or objections that may arise, equipping you to handle them adeptly. Showing preparedness reinforces your competence, boosting your overall credibility. Establishing credibility is not a one-time effort, but a continuous process. Regularly engaging with your audience, gathering feedback, and refining your approach based on this feedback keeps you credible over time. For entrepreneurs, sending follow-up emails after pitches, updating clients on project progress, or sharing relevant articles portrays ongoing commitment and expertise. Professionals can enhance workplace communication by consistently delivering on promises, participating in discussions, and displaying a willingness to adapt and learn. Moreover, authenticity in your interactions breeds long-term trust. Your audience can often tell when you're being genuine versus when you're merely putting on a show. Genuine passion and interest in your topic naturally improve your credibility. It encourages a deeper connection with your audience, making them more receptive to your message. Using emotional appeal effectively. Emotional intelligence is paramount in the art of persuasion, as it allows speakers to connect with their audience on a profound level. This connection makes the persuasive message more resonant and memorable. Understanding how to harness emotional intelligence enhances one's ability to influence an audience effectively. Identifying core emotions is the first step in leveraging emotional intelligence for persuasion. It involves recognizing the primary emotions that resonate with your audience and understanding why they matter. Emotions such as joy, trust, fear, and sadness can significantly impact an audience's receptiveness to a message. For instance, if you know your audience values innovation and progress, emphasizing excitement and hope in your communication can foster a positive response. Similarly, addressing fears or concerns directly can build trust and credibility. Recognizing these core emotions allows speakers to tailor their messages to align with the audience's emotional state, making the overall communication more effective. Crafting emotionally charged stories is a powerful technique to evoke specific emotions deliberately. Stories have a unique ability to connect with audiences because they are relatable and engaging. To create such stories, start by identifying a central theme that resonates with the core emotions of your audience. For example, if you aim to evoke empathy, you might tell a story about overcoming adversity. Incorporate elements that highlight personal struggles and triumphs, allowing the audience to feel the emotional journey. Use vivid characters and settings to make the story come alive. The narrative should have a clear beginning, middle, and end, providing a satisfying emotional arc. By crafting these stories carefully, speakers can guide audiences through specific emotional experiences, strengthening the persuasive impact of their message. Utilizing vivid language and imagery is crucial in amplifying the emotional response from the audience. Descriptive language paints mental pictures that can evoke strong emotions. Instead of saying, "The product is good," describe how the product changes lives. Imagine waking up every morning refreshed and energized, ready to conquer your day with our innovative product. Vivid language engages the senses and creates a more immersive experience. Moreover, metaphors and analogies can help to clarify complex concepts while appealing to the audience's emotions. For instance, comparing an efficient team to a well-oiled machine not only conveys the idea of seamless operation, but also evokes a sense of reliability and stability. Through strategic use of descriptive language and imagery, speakers can amplify the emotional resonance of their message, making it more impactful. Engaging with audience emotions requires techniques to read and react to emotional cues effectively. This includes paying attention to body language, facial expressions, and verbal feedback. Observing these cues helps speakers adapt their delivery in real time to maintain a strong connection with the audience. If you notice your audience appears disengaged or confused, it might be necessary to adjust your tone or provide additional clarifications. On the other hand, if the audience shows enthusiasm or agreement, reinforcing those points can capitalize on their positive emotions. Techniques such as mirroring, where you subtly mimic the audience's posture or expressions, can also build rapport and trust. Additionally, asking open-ended questions and encouraging interaction invites the audience to express their feelings and thoughts, fostering a deeper connection. By actively engaging with the emotional responses of the audience, speakers can ensure their message remains relevant and compelling. Incorporating elements of neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, can further enhance emotional engagement. NLP focuses on understanding the connection between neurological processes, language, and behavioral patterns learned through experience. Techniques such as mirroring, pacing, and leading can help establish rapport and guide the audience's emotions subtly. Mirroring involves reflecting the body language or speech patterns of the audience, creating an unconscious sense of familiarity and trust. Pacing matches the tempo and style of communication to resonate with the audience's rhythm, ensuring they feel understood and connected. Leading then subtly guides the conversation toward the desired emotional outcome without overt control. These NLP strategies can be particularly effective in sales interactions, where building a harmonious relationship with the prospect is essential. In addition to these techniques, ethical considerations must be kept in mind. Transparency and authenticity are vital in maintaining trust and credibility. While using emotional appeals, it is crucial to avoid manipulative tactics that exploit emotions for personal gain. For instance, fear-mongering or guilt-tripping might yield short-term results, but can harm long-term relationships with the audience. Ethical persuasion respects the audience's autonomy and prioritizes their well-being. Authenticity involves staying true to your values and beliefs while communicating persuasively. When audiences perceive a message as genuine and sincere, they are more likely to respond positively. Moreover, humor can serve as an effective tool to evoke emotions and make presentations more engaging. Comedic relief can diffuse tense moments and make the audience more receptive to the message. However, humor should be used judiciously and tailored to the audience to avoid being offensive or distracting. For instance, lighthearted anecdotes or self-deprecating humor can humanize the speaker and create an emotional connection. Visual aids also play a significant role in evoking emotions. Images, videos, and multimedia can create a visual representation of the message and appeal to the audience's emotions. For example, using images of endangered species when discussing environmental conservation can evoke a sense of urgency and compassion. Ensuring that visuals align with the core message enhances their emotional impact and makes the presentation more memorable. Repetition and rhetorical devices, such as metaphors, analogies, and similes, can further reinforce the message and evoke emotions. Repetition creates a sense of familiarity and resonance, making the message more impactful. Rhetorical devices simplify complex ideas and make them relatable, appealing to the audience's emotions. For instance, comparing a challenging project to climbing a mountain can evoke a sense of determination and adventure. This chapter delved into the core strategies of persuasion, focusing on building credibility, leveraging emotional appeal, and using logical reasoning. Establishing credibility involves demonstrating competence, showcasing character, and expressing goodwill towards the audience. By sharing personal experiences, citing reputable sources, and maintaining confident body language, speakers can effectively gain trust and connect with their listeners. Meanwhile, effective emotional appeal requires understanding the audience's emotions, crafting compelling stories, and engaging through vivid language and imagery. Recognizing and responding to audience cues further enhances this connection, making the message more impactful. In addition to these techniques, it is crucial to blend original thoughts with referenced information to balance personal voice and credibility. The chapter also emphasized thorough preparation and ongoing engagement as essential to maintaining long-term credibility. Ethical considerations and authenticity remain at the forefront, ensuring that persuasive efforts respect the audience's autonomy and foster genuine connections. Utilizing humor and visual aids can enrich the presentation, while repetition and rhetorical devices reinforce the message. These combined approaches provide a comprehensive toolkit for entrepreneurs, professionals, and public speakers to enhance their communication skills and succeed in their respective endeavors. Chapter 6. Body Language Mastery. Mastering body language is a pivotal element in persuasive communication. This chapter delves into the fascinating realm of nonverbal cues, emphasizing their critical role in enhancing the power and effectiveness of spoken words. Body language can often speak louder than verbal communication, providing an unspoken reinforcement to what is being said. Understanding how to harness these silent signals can significantly influence the way messages are received and perceived by others. In particular, we will explore various strategies and techniques that leverage body language to project authority, confidence, and credibility. Throughout this chapter, readers will discover practical insights into adopting power poses and how specific body stances can evoke feelings of self-assurance and influence others' perceptions. We will examine the science behind these powerful postures and provide examples of how they can be integrated into daily routines and high-stakes situations, such as presentations and negotiations. Additionally, considerations for cultural nuances and contextual appropriateness of body language will be discussed, ensuring that readers can tailor their nonverbal communication effectively to different environments. By the end of this chapter, you will have a comprehensive toolkit of body language techniques to enhance your overall communicative impact. Adopting power poses. Adopting certain body stances can evoke confidence and influence others' perceptions. One of the key factors in achieving this is through the use of power poses. Research demonstrates that expansive body postures can significantly increase feelings of confidence. Individuals who engage in power poses report feeling more optimistic and assertive, which in turn boosts their overall presence. This phenomenon is known as the power pose effect. The science behind power poses reveals fascinating insights into the connection between body language and emotional states. The theory of embodiment suggests that our physical postures can directly impact our emotions and behaviors. Specifically, adopting power poses triggers hormonal changes that enhance one's sense of presence. For instance, high power poses are associated with increased levels of testosterone, the dominance hormone, and decreased levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. This hormonal response not only makes individuals feel more powerful, but also makes them appear more trustworthy and competent to observers. Expansive body postures signal dominance and confidence, while contractive postures convey submission and insecurity. This dynamic is not just limited to humans. It can be observed across various animal species. In social hierarchies, those who exhibit larger and more open postures are perceived as more dominant and in control. By adopting these poses, individuals can harness the psychological benefits and project an image of authority and assurance. Practical examples of power poses include specific stances that convey authority and confidence. One of the most common power poses is standing tall with hands on hips, often referred to as the Wonder Woman pose. This stance emphasizes expansiveness and openness, signaling both self-assuredness and readiness. Another effective power pose is the victory pose, where arms are raised in a V shape above the head. This posture not only conveys triumph, but also has been linked to increased feelings of power and satisfaction. Additionally, sitting back in a chair with legs spread wide and hands behind the head is another classic power pose that communicates relaxation and command. Integrating power poses into your preparation routine can have significant benefits, especially before high-stakes events such as presentations or pitches. Establishing a pre-speech routine that incorporates power poses can help calm nerves and boost confidence. Before stepping onto the stage, take a few minutes to practice your chosen power pose. Visualize the success of your presentation while holding the pose, allowing the positive energy and confidence to build within you. This ritual can become a cornerstone of your preparation, helping you face any audience with poise and self-assurance. Moreover, incorporating power posing into everyday situations can gradually build your comfort and confidence over time. Whether it's preparing for a meeting, negotiating a deal, or even making small talk at a networking event, practicing power poses can make a difference. Over time, these small practices accumulate, enhancing your overall ability to project confidence and authority in various settings. Power poses should also be adapted based on the context. Different cultural settings may interpret body language differently, and adjusting your posture to align with these interpretations can enhance your credibility. For instance, in some cultures, overt displays of dominance might be seen as aggressive or disrespectful. In such cases, adopting a more nuanced posture that signals confidence without appearing overbearing might be more effective. Similarly, adjusting your posture to match the formality of the meeting is crucial. In a highly formal setting, Adopting overly casual or relaxed poses might undermine your perceived professionalism. On the other hand, in a more casual context, overly rigid postures might come off as pretentious. Finding the right balance is key. For example, during a formal business presentation, standing tall with an attentive stance might be ideal, whereas in a relaxed brainstorming session, a more open and casual posture might be appropriate. Understanding how to utilize power poses effectively can be a game changer for entrepreneurs, professionals, and public speakers alike. Entrepreneurs looking to enhance their pitching skills can benefit from incorporating power poses to establish authority and engage potential clients or investors. By projecting confidence and competence, they can make a stronger impression and increase the chances of securing investments or deals. Professionals in various fields can improve workplace communication skills and navigate difficult conversations with confidence by using power poses. Enhancing collaboration and influencing colleagues becomes easier when one projects an image of authority and self-assuredness. Practical exercises, such as rehearsing power poses before important meetings or negotiations, can be seamlessly integrated into daily routines, making confident communication a habit. Individuals preparing for public speaking engagements, presentations, or interviews can refine their delivery by employing power poses. Managing anxiety and articulating their points powerfully becomes more achievable with the added confidence that comes from these poses. Practicing power poses before stepping onto the stage or entering an interview room can help mitigate nervousness and present oneself with poise and conviction. Maintaining eye contact and effective use of gestures. Eye contact and intentional gestures play crucial roles in establishing connection and authority during communication. Nonverbal cues, particularly eye contact, can significantly enhance the power of spoken words by building trust, indicating attentiveness, and asserting dominance. Understanding these elements helps us master body language for effective communication. Understanding the importance of eye contact. Eye contact is fundamental in creating connections and conveying credibility. It establishes trust between communicators and shows that you are attentive and engaged. For instance, when delivering a presentation, maintaining good eye contact with your audience signals confidence and command over the subject matter. This nonverbal cue enhances the perception of reliability and can significantly improve the retention of your message among listeners. Eye contact also plays an important role in asserting dominance and control in conversations. When you make direct eye contact, it can demonstrate self-assuredness and create a more compelling presence, making others more likely to focus on what you're saying. Strategies for effective eye contact. Applying techniques such as the triangle technique can help in maintaining appropriate eye contact. This involves shifting your gaze among 3 members of the audience if you're speaking to a group, making sure not to exclude anyone. Aim to hold eye contact for about 50 to 70% of the conversation. This often translates to 4-5 seconds at a time, before briefly looking away to avoid discomfort. Practicing makes perfect. Rehearse making eye contact with different people, or even in front of a mirror, to observe and improve your own comfort level. Types of gestures and their impact. Gestures complement verbal communication by adding emphasis and clarity to messages. There are various types of gestures, each serving different purposes. Illustrative gestures. These include hand movements that help explain or emphasize points. For example, using your hands to describe the size of an object. Emphatic gestures. These are used to underline the importance of certain words or phrases, lending them additional weight. An example would be pounding a fist lightly into an open palm to underscore a point. Open gestures. Such gestures, like having open palms, signify openness and honesty, inviting trust and receptivity from the audience. Using these gestures effectively can transform a monotonous presentation into an engaging one, where the audience feels connected and invested in the speaker's message. Practicing gestural techniques. To integrate effective gestures seamlessly into your communication, Regular practice is essential. Start by rehearsing in front of a mirror to become conscious of your natural gestural tendencies and adjust them as needed. Filming yourself during practice sessions can also provide valuable insights into how your body language interacts with your verbal messages. Analyze these recordings to identify areas for improvement and to ensure your gestures appear natural and not forced. Additionally, seeking feedback from peers or mentors can offer external perspectives that highlight strengths and areas needing further refinement. Implementing these strategies not only increases your gestural repertoire, but also ensures that your body language aligns with and amplifies your spoken words, making your overall communication more persuasive and impactful. Nonverbal cues play a pivotal role in enhancing the impact of verbal communication. Throughout this chapter, we have delved into how adopting power poses and maintaining effective eye contact, along with intentional gestures, can significantly elevate one's presence and persuasiveness. By consciously integrating these techniques, individuals can project confidence and authority, which not only strengthens their message, but also fosters trust and engagement with their audience. The importance of context and cultural sensitivity was also highlighted, demonstrating that adjusting body language to match different settings can further enhance communication effectiveness. Applying these strategies can be transformative for entrepreneurs, professionals, and public speakers alike. Entrepreneurs can use power poses to boost their pitching abilities and secure investor interest. Professionals can navigate workplace interactions more confidently, enhancing collaboration and influence. Meanwhile, public speakers can manage anxiety and deliver their messages with greater conviction by practicing these nonverbal techniques. By mastering the art of nonverbal communication, individuals across various fields can improve their overall effectiveness, making their spoken words more impactful and memorable. Chapter 7: Vocal Tonality and Speech Modulation. Vocal tonality and speech modulation are essential elements in effective communication. Mastering these skills can transform how your message is received, allowing you to engage your audience more fully and convey your ideas with greater impact. This chapter offers techniques to control and vary your vocal tones, helping you become a more persuasive and compelling speaker. In this chapter, we'll explore several key concepts related to pitch and volume. You'll learn how different pitches can convey various emotions and connect you more deeply with your listeners. We'll discuss how adjusting the volume of your voice can emphasize key points or create dramatic pauses, keeping your audience engrossed. Additionally, you'll find practical exercises for improving your control over pitch and volume and guidelines on seamlessly integrating these techniques into your speeches. By practicing and applying these strategies, you'll enhance your ability to communicate persuasively, whether you're pitching an idea, leading a meeting, or delivering a public presentation. Modulating pitch and volume. Understanding pitch dynamics and volume control techniques. In the realm of public speaking, varying pitch and volume plays a crucial role in enhancing a speaker's authority and capturing the audience's attention. To deliver a speech that is both impactful and memorable, one must master the art of vocal modulation. To begin, understanding pitch dynamics is fundamental. Different pitches can convey various emotions and establish a deeper connection with the audience. A higher pitch often signals excitement or urgency, instantly grabbing listeners' attention. For instance, when announcing good news or making an important point, increasing the pitch slightly can induce excitement among the audience. Conversely, a lower pitch suggests authority and seriousness. When discussing critical issues or delivering a somber message, lowering your pitch can add weight to your words. This variation helps in maintaining the audience's interest and emphasizing critical points. Listeners tend to subconsciously respond to pitch changes as cues for the emotional context of the speech. According to Kermode, variations in pitch provide listeners with cues to interpret the speaker's intentions and emotional state, making the communication more engaging and nuanced. Understanding how to control volume is equally essential. Adjusting the volume helps to emphasize key messages or create dramatic pauses. Speaking softly at certain moments draws listeners in. creating an intimate setting that engages them on a personal level. This technique is particularly effective when sharing personal anecdotes or reflecting on sensitive topics. On the other hand, using louder tones at pivotal moments commands attention and underscores urgency. Knowing when to modulate volume ensures that the audience remains engrossed throughout the speech. For example, abruptly increasing the volume when presenting a vital statistic can highlight its importance and make it unforgettable. Similarly, decreasing the volume before a crucial revelation can build suspense, ensuring the audience hangs on to every word. Practicing dynamic range is a practical approach to developing control over pitch and volume. Engaging in vocal exercises can stretch your vocal range and increase flexibility. One effective exercise involves practicing speaking sentences at different pitch levels, from low to high and back again. This helps speakers become more comfortable with varying their pitch and understanding its impact on conveying emotion and emphasis. Another exercise includes reading passages or singing songs in different pitches, which enhances vocal range and flexibility. Furthermore, mimicking the pitch variations of effective public speakers or actors from recordings provides valuable insights into skillful pitch use. Experimentation with volume control can also be beneficial. Practicing speaking in front of a mirror or recording oneself allows for performance evaluation. Feedback loops from trusted peers are essential for honing modulation skills. Additionally, incorporating practices like using a pitch ladder exercise, gradually increasing and then decreasing the pitch step by step, can aid in mastering control over pitch variations. Consistent practice of these exercises significantly improves the ability to modulate pitch and volume effectively, making speeches more impactful and engaging. Integrating modulation into content is another vital aspect of speech delivery. Seamlessly incorporating pitch and volume variations requires careful planning. Analyzing effective speeches can serve as a guide in recognizing modulation patterns. Notice how renowned public speakers utilize vocal changes to emphasize particular points or transition between topics. This analysis can inform your speech preparation process, providing concrete examples to emulate. Creating a roadmap or outline that highlights points for modulation enhances speech creation. Identify sections of the speech where changes in pitch and volume will be most impactful. Visual cues during practice sessions can serve as reminders for employing these techniques. For instance, marking specific words or phrases in your notes where you plan to increase or decrease pitch can help reinforce these changes during actual delivery. By organizing your speech with modulation in mind, you ensure a dynamic and engaging presentation. Utilizing feedback from peers or mentors is instrumental in refining vocal modulation skills. Recording practice sessions and reviewing them critically can reveal areas needing improvement. Observing reactions from test audiences provides insight into whether modulation techniques are effectively engaging the listeners. Regular practice and iteration based on feedback foster continuous improvement, ultimately leading to more polished and compelling speech delivery. Maintaining steady pacing and clear articulation. Establishing and controlling the pace of speech is a fundamental skill for enhancing clarity and ensuring that messages are conveyed effectively. Pacing can significantly affect how listeners comprehend and emotionally respond to what is being said. When speaking too fast, listeners can become overwhelmed and struggle to absorb the information. Conversely, a slow pace can cause boredom or loss of interest among the audience. Varying the pace allows speakers to emphasize certain points and maintain listener engagement. For instance, speeding up during enthusiastic segments and slowing down to underscore crucial information can keep the audience attentive. Different contexts call for different pacing strategies. Persuasive speeches might benefit from an energetic pace, while informative speeches often require a more measured approach. Understanding appropriate pacing starts with recognizing its impact on comprehension and emotional resonance. The key is to strike a balance that prevents overwhelming the audience without lulling them into disinterest. A varied pace can highlight important points, make the speech more dynamic, and help sustain listener attention. For example, in a business pitch, maintaining a faster pace during exciting parts of the proposal can convey enthusiasm, while slowing down when discussing critical figures can ensure the audience grasps essential details. To establish control over pacing, practicing specific techniques can be highly beneficial. One effective method involves implementing breathing exercises to maintain a natural rhythm. Controlled breathing helps manage anxiety and keeps the speech flow steady. Another technique is using a metronome or slow-paced music during practice sessions, which can aid in developing a consistent speaking tempo. Timing speeches and observing audience responses also provide valuable feedback. Adjustments based on these reactions can refine the delivery further. Exercises designed to improve articulation are equally important in enhancing speech clarity. Mouth and tongue exercises prepare speakers for better enunciation, enabling clearer pronunciation of words. By consciously slowing down their speech, individuals can focus on articulating each syllable more accurately. Additionally, pronunciation drills aimed at eliminating unclear speech patterns or regional accents can significantly improve overall articulation. This practice not only aids clear communication, but also boosts the speaker's confidence. Combining clear articulation with modulation creates a compelling delivery. Effective articulation ensures clarity, while modulation adds emotional depth. Practicing both elements together enhances speech quality. For example, a speaker could identify patterns used by proficient speakers to blend articulation with modulation seamlessly. Continuous practice of this combination leads to instinctive articulation even under pressure. Watching videos of great speakers and analyzing their delivery methods can offer insights into integrating these skills naturally. Practicing articulation involves targeted exercises. Simple tongue twisters can enhance dexterity and precision in speech. Repeatedly pronouncing difficult words until mastered ensures they are delivered clearly during the actual speech. Using exaggerated mouth movements during practice can also aid in articulating words more distinctly. These exercises build muscle memory for better performance during public speaking. Breathing techniques play a crucial role in pacing control. Deep diaphragmatic breathing helps calm nerves and maintains a steady voice. Practicing breathing exercises regularly can train the body to handle stressful speaking situations better. For instance, taking deep breaths before starting a speech can reduce anxiety and set a calm tone. Maintaining even breath control throughout helps avoid rushing through or stalling at any part of the speech. Utilizing tools like metronomes assists in developing a stable pace. By aligning speech to a rhythmic beat, speakers can practice maintaining a consistent tempo. This technique is especially useful for those who tend to rush their delivery. Setting a comfortable pace and gradually increasing speed during practice can help find the optimal speaking rate. Recording these sessions and playing them back offers a chance to evaluate and adjust pacing as needed. Incorporating feedback loops into practice routines ensures continuous improvement. Engaging trusted peers to provide constructive criticism can highlight areas needing adjustment. Their feedback helps identify tendencies, such as speaking too fast or unclear articulation. Making necessary changes based on this feedback refines speech delivery. This iterative process of practice, feedback, and adjustment is crucial for mastering pacing and articulation. An insightful way to fine-tune speech delivery is by evaluating proficient speakers. Observing their pacing and articulation techniques offers practical examples to emulate. Noting how they adjust their pace to emphasize points or articulate challenging words provides a model for learners. Adopting these observed techniques into personal practice can significantly enhance speech quality. Balancing articulation with modulation involves continuous practice. Practicing speeches by altering both elements ensures smooth integration. Recording oneself and listening to playback highlights any discrepancies between intended and actual delivery. Correcting issues such as inconsistent pacing or unclear articulation during these self-evaluations sharpens overall performance. Regular practice embeds these skills into muscle memory, making it easier to deliver clear and engaging speeches under pressure. Articulation should be practiced consistently alongside modulation. Developing both skills simultaneously creates a balanced and effective speaking style. Practicing with varied speech materials, like reading out loud or delivering impromptu talks, aids in maintaining articulation regardless of the context. Over time, this leads to a natural ability to modulate voice and articulate clearly in high-stress situations. Mastering vocal modulation is fundamental for effective communication. By understanding and utilizing pitch dynamics, speakers can convey emotions and emphasize key points, thus connecting more deeply with their audience. Equally important is the control over volume, which can draw listeners in or command attention at critical moments. Through consistent practice and feedback, one can develop these skills, making speeches more engaging and impactful. Integrating these techniques seamlessly into speech content ensures a dynamic delivery that maintains audience interest and highlights important messages. Combining modulation with clear articulation and steady pacing creates a well-rounded and powerful speech delivery. Practicing these skills together enhances overall performance, enabling speakers to communicate their message clearly and persuasively. Techniques such as breathing exercises, varied practice materials, and continuous evaluation provide the foundation for improvement. By observing proficient speakers and incorporating their methods, individuals can refine their approach and deliver compelling presentations. Ultimately, honing these abilities allows entrepreneurs, professionals, and aspiring public speakers to engage their audiences effectively and convey their ideas with confidence. Chapter 8. Engaging diverse audiences. Engaging diverse audiences is a critical skill for effective communication in both professional and public settings. Understanding the nuances of various audience backgrounds allows you to tailor your message, ensuring it resonates deeply with each listener. Whether it's cultural, professional, or educational differences, knowing these aspects enhances the impact of your communication efforts. The chapter delves into how recognizing these differences can transform generic presentations into powerful, targeted messages that connect on a personal level. This ability to adapt one's language and approach not only elevates the speaker's authority, but also fosters a sense of inclusivity and respect among audience members. In this chapter, you will explore different strategies for modifying your communication style to suit various audiences. It discusses the importance of using relatable examples and inclusive language to make everyone feel represented. You'll learn how to minimize jargon and technical terms without losing the essence of your message, ensuring clarity for all listeners. The chapter also covers the necessity of adjusting content complexity based on the audience's comprehension levels and provides techniques for creating a welcoming environment that encourages active participation. Finally, practical tips on employing visual aids and personal anecdotes will be provided to help you enhance engagement and retention, making your presentations more impactful and memorable. Adapting language to suit various audiences. Recognizing the cultural, professional, and educational backgrounds of your listeners allows for more effective communication. When you understand an audience's background, you're better equipped to tailor your message to their needs and preferences. This involves researching who they are, what they value, and how they perceive various topics. For instance, a presentation to a group of tech professionals will differ significantly from one aimed at healthcare workers. By considering these differences, you can create content that resonates on a deeper level. Using relatable examples that align with the audience's experiences fosters connection. Stories and analogies that reflect their daily lives or work experiences make abstract concepts more tangible and understandable. Imagine you are presenting a new business strategy to entrepreneurs. Drawing parallels to common startup challenges helps them see the relevance and practicality of your proposal. Relatable examples bridge the gap between theory and practice, making your message more impactful and memorable. Employing words that make everyone feel represented in the conversation is crucial. This means using inclusive language that acknowledges diverse identities and experiences. For example, when addressing a mixed-gender audience, opt for terms like everyone instead of guys to avoid alienating parts of your audience. Similarly, being mindful of socioeconomic backgrounds, education levels, and professional expertise ensures your message feels relevant to all listeners. Words carry significant weight, and choosing them carefully enhances relatability and engagement. Minimizing language that might alienate or confuse certain groups is also essential. Avoid jargon, acronyms, and technical terms unless you are certain your audience understands them. Even then, it's good practice to provide brief explanations or definitions. This approach not only makes your content accessible, but also shows respect for your audience's varied levels of knowledge. If you're speaking to a mixed group, balancing simplicity with specificity ensures no one feels left out or overwhelmed. Adjusting the complexity of the content to meet the audience's comprehension levels is another vital aspect of effective communication. Presenting information too simplistically can come across as condescending, while overly complex content may frustrate and disengage your audience. By breaking down complex ideas into manageable segments, you help listeners follow along without feeling lost. For instance, if discussing a complicated financial model, start with basic principles before advancing to intricate details. This step-by-step approach builds understanding gradually, ensuring the core message remains clear and comprehensible. Creating a welcoming environment through affirming language choices invites participation and openness. Phrases like, "I appreciate your input," or "That's a great question," encourage interaction and demonstrate that you value audience contributions. In a corporate setting, acknowledging diverse viewpoints fosters a sense of inclusion and collaboration. When people feel their perspectives are respected, they are more likely to engage actively and constructively. Utilizing gender-neutral language to ensure everyone feels acknowledged is another important practice. Instead of defaulting to masculine or feminine pronouns, use terms like they or rephrase sentences to avoid pronouns altogether. For example, instead of saying, "Each manager should submit his report," use, "Each manager should submit their report." This small change promotes inclusivity and prevents unintentional exclusion of non-binary individuals or those who prefer different pronouns. Adapting jargon and technical terms to ensure clarity for all audience members is critical, especially in fields where specialized language is prevalent. Translate complex terminology into plain language whenever possible. If industry-specific terms must be used, take the time to explain them. For instance, in a legal context, instead of simply mentioning habeas corpus, briefly clarify it as a legal procedure to determine if a person's imprisonment is lawful. This practice demystifies technical language and ensures everyone can follow the discussion. Adjusting the formal or informal tone based on the setting creates comfort and openness. In a casual team meeting, a conversational tone can foster camaraderie and ease. Conversely, a formal presentation to potential investors requires a more polished and professional approach. Matching the tone to the context shows awareness of social cues and respects the norms of different situations. It signals to your audience that you are attuned to the setting, enhancing their receptiveness to your message. Encouraging feedback through open-ended questions and interactive activities further enhances engagement. Asking questions like, "What are your thoughts on this?" or "Can anyone share their experience with something similar?" invites dialogue and makes the audience feel involved. Interactive elements, such as polls or small group discussions, break the monotony of one-way communication and create opportunities for shared learning. This dynamic interaction keeps the audience attentive and invested in the topic. Breaking down barriers by establishing common ground early in your presentation is an effective strategy. Highlighting shared goals, values, or interests builds rapport and sets a positive tone. For example, starting a talk with, "We all care about improving our community," immediately aligns your objectives with those of your listeners. This commonality fosters a sense of unity and collaboration, making the audience more receptive to your subsequent points. Using visual aids and multimedia can also enhance understanding and retention. Charts, infographics, and videos cater to different learning styles and can illustrate points more vividly than words alone. For example, a graph showing market trends over time can quickly convey data that would be cumbersome to describe verbally. Visual aids support your narrative, making complex information more accessible and engaging. Incorporating anecdotes and personal stories humanizes your message and makes it more relatable. Sharing a relevant personal experience can illustrate a point effectively and build a connection with your audience. For example, recounting a challenge you faced and how you overcame it can inspire and motivate others facing similar obstacles. Personal stories add authenticity and emotional depth to your communication, making it more compelling. Concluding your presentation with a clear summary and call to action reinforces your message and guides the audience on the next steps. Summarize key points succinctly and articulate what you want your audience to do or consider after your presentation. A strong conclusion provides closure and leaves a lasting impression, encouraging the audience to reflect on and act upon your message. Reading audience feedback. Interpreting and responding to audience cues in real time is a skill that can significantly enhance your connection and engagement with listeners. Recognizing these cues allows you to adjust your approach dynamically, ensuring that your message resonates effectively. This begins with understanding body language and facial expressions. Human communication is largely nonverbal, with studies suggesting that 60% to 70% of meaning is derived from nonverbal behavior. As a speaker, being attuned to these subtle signals is crucial. For instance, if you see your audience members tapping their toes, fidgeting, or even nodding off, these are clear signs of disengagement. On the other hand, nodding, leaning forward, and making eye contact typically indicate interest and agreement. Recognizing confusion or disengagement is essential for timely adjustment. When an audience appears puzzled, it may be due to complex language, unfamiliar concepts, or lack of clarity. Address this by simplifying your explanation, providing examples, or posing clarifying questions. This will help re-engage your audience and ensure they are following your points. Creating opportunities for feedback through questions and discussions is another effective strategy. By posing open-ended questions, you invite dialogue and encourage participation, making the audience feel valued and heard. For example, asking, "What challenges have you faced in similar situations?" not only sparks discussion, but also provides insights into the audience's perspective. Inviting comments or reactions at specific checkpoints can keep interactions dynamic. During these moments, you can gauge whether the audience is aligned with your message or if adjustments are needed. Utilizing polls or surveys during presentations is a practical method for instant feedback. Tools like live polling apps allow audiences to express their opinions anonymously, promoting honest responses that can guide your presentation. Modifying delivery based on real-time feedback is critical for maintaining relatability and trust. If questions arise, address them promptly to show that you value audience input. This interactive approach fosters a sense of community and helps build a rapport with the audience. Shifting between topics or stories based on engagement levels can also retain attention. If a particular anecdote resonates well, you might expand on related themes or draw parallels to further engage listeners. Incorporating digital tools for remote or large audiences is increasingly important. Platforms that offer features like anonymous feedback and live Q&A sessions can make remote engagements more interactive. For example, using chat features during virtual presentations can involve broader audience segments and ensure that everyone has an opportunity to participate. Summarizing aggregate feedback post-presentation is a great way to foster ongoing dialogue. This approach shows that you have listened to your audience and are committed to improving future interactions based on their input. It also opens the door for continued engagement and follow-up conversations, which can be invaluable for building long-term relationships. By implementing these strategies, you can create a more engaging and responsive presentation experience. Understanding and interpreting body language and facial expressions help you identify when your audience is confused or disengaged, allowing for timely adjustments. Creating opportunities for feedback through open-ended questions and discussions ensures that your audience feels involved and heard. Modifying your delivery based on real-time feedback enhances relatability and trust, while digital tools make it easier to gather insights from larger or remote audiences. In this chapter, we've explored the importance of adapting communication to suit different audiences. By understanding your listeners' backgrounds and preferences, you can tailor your message to resonate deeply with them. Using relatable examples and inclusive language ensures that everyone feels represented and engaged. Additionally, minimizing jargon and adjusting content complexity help make your presentation accessible to all. These strategies build connection and clarity, making your message more impactful. Additionally, we discussed the significance of creating a welcoming environment through your language choices and tone. Encouraging interaction and using visual aids can further enhance engagement and retention. Personal anecdotes add authenticity and relatability to your message. Summarizing key points and providing clear calls to action gives your audience direction on what to do next. By employing these techniques, you can effectively connect with and captivate diverse listeners, enhancing both your communication skills and the overall impact of your presentations. Chapter 9. Handling difficult conversations. Navigating difficult conversations is an essential skill in both personal and professional settings. These interactions often evoke strong emotions and can be a source of significant stress. Mastering the art of handling challenging dialogues not only helps in achieving better outcomes, but also enhances one's ability to communicate effectively under pressure, fostering more productive relationships. In this chapter, readers will explore various strategies for managing stress during tough conversations, including recognizing individual stress triggers and employing techniques to stay calm. It delves into maintaining a positive mindset, which can transform how these exchanges are approached. Additionally, the chapter provides practical advice on using body language to convey composure and confidence. By integrating these methods, individuals can approach difficult conversations with poise and assurance, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for constructive dialogue and mutual understanding. Staying calm under pressure. Recognizing stress triggers. Understanding what causes stress during difficult conversations is the first step in managing these interactions effectively. Stress triggers are individual and can vary greatly. They might stem from personal insecurities, past experiences, or specific topics that evoke strong emotions. Identifying these triggers requires introspection and self-awareness. For example, if discussing deadlines often makes you anxious, recognizing this beforehand allows you to mentally prepare and formulate strategies to stay calm. Guideline: reflect on past conversations that have caused significant stress. What were the common factors? Were there particular subjects, phrases, or individuals that consistently triggered a stressful response? By pinpointing these elements, you can develop a greater awareness of your emotional responses and plan accordingly. Techniques for instant calm. When you find yourself in the throes of a challenging conversation, quick techniques to regain composure are invaluable. One effective method is deep breathing. Taking slow, measured breaths helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which counteracts the body's natural fight or flight response. Start by breathing in deeply through your nose for a count of 5, hold for 5 seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for another count of 5. This technique can be practiced discreetly, even while the other person is speaking. Another powerful method is to pause before responding. When emotions run high, it's easy to react impulsively. Taking a moment to collect your thoughts not only helps you articulate a more thoughtful response, but also demonstrates to the other person that you're considering their words carefully. Pausing can be as simple as taking a sip of water or counting silently to 3 before replying. Guideline: practice these calming techniques regularly, even outside of stressful conversations. The more familiar you become with them, the more naturally they will come to you when needed. Maintaining a positive mindset. A positive mindset can transform how you approach difficult conversations. By cultivating a growth mindset, you begin to see these exchanges as opportunities for learning and development rather than threats. This shift in perspective fosters resilience and reduces anxiety. Start by reframing the way you perceive the conversation. Instead of viewing it as a confrontation, see it as a chance to understand another viewpoint or to arrive at a mutually beneficial solution. Remind yourself that the goal is not to win the argument, but to engage in constructive dialogue that leads to better outcomes for all parties involved. Encouraging self-compassion is also crucial. Recognize that it's normal to feel uneasy during tough conversations, and that everyone experiences these moments. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge your efforts to manage the situation gracefully. Visual indicators of calmness. Body language plays a significant role in conveying calm and confidence. Open gestures, such as keeping your hands visible and using expansive movements, signal that you are open to dialogue. Maintaining a steady posture, with shoulders back and head held high, projects self-assuredness, making you appear more in control. Eye contact is another essential element. It shows attentiveness and respect for the other person's point of view. However, maintain a balance. Too much eye contact can be perceived as confrontational, while too little may seem evasive or disinterested. Aim for steady, natural eye contact that reassures the other person of your engagement in the conversation. Facial expressions should also align with your intention to remain calm. A slight, genuine smile or a neutral, composed expression can help diffuse tension and create a more amicable atmosphere. Using active listening skills. Active listening plays a critical role in navigating difficult conversations, fostering a balanced exchange of ideas, and enhancing mutual understanding. By fully engaging in the act of listening, one can create an environment where all parties feel heard and respected. Firstly, understanding the importance of listening sets the stage for effective communication. Active listening requires more than just hearing words. It involves paying attention to the speaker's message and emotions. This engagement shows respect for the other person's ideas and concerns, laying the groundwork for a respectful discourse. When both parties feel genuinely listened to, the conversation becomes productive, allowing for collaborative problem-solving. Moving on to techniques for active listening, there are several strategies that can be employed to enhance comprehension and engagement. One effective technique is summarizing the speaker's points. After listening, briefly paraphrase what you have heard. For instance, if your colleague explains a problem with a project timeline, you might respond with, "So you're saying the deadline is challenging because of X, Y, and Z factors." This not only demonstrates that you have been attentive, but also provides an opportunity for the speaker to correct any misunderstandings. Reflective questions are another powerful tool. Asking questions like, "Can you clarify what you meant by?" or "How do you feel about?" encourages deeper exploration of the topic, while affirming that you value the speaker's perspective. These questions help delve into underlying issues and facilitate a richer dialogue. Nonverbal cues play a significant part in active listening as well. Using nonverbal signals such as nodding, maintaining eye contact, and mirroring the speaker's body language reinforces attentiveness and empathy. Nodding periodically signals agreement and understanding, while consistent eye contact indicates presence and focus. The subtle act of mirroring the speaker's posture can also create a sense of rapport and connection, further demonstrating your engagement in the conversation. Responding thoughtfully is the final aspect of active listening that we will explore. Responses should reflect an understanding of the speaker's expressed concerns, showing respect and acknowledgement. Instead of preparing a rebuttal while the other person is talking, Take a moment to process their words fully. Then craft your response to address their key points, perhaps beginning with statements like, "I understand that you're concerned about," or, "It sounds like you're feeling." In professional settings, practicing active listening can significantly improve workplace communication. Entrepreneurs pitching their ideas can benefit from active listening by keenly understanding potential investors' queries and addressing them directly. This creates a persuasive and engaging pitch that resonates with the audience. Professionals across various fields can utilize these techniques to foster better collaboration within teams, thereby enhancing overall performance and reducing potential conflicts. For individuals preparing for public speaking engagements, mastering these aspects of active listening can help manage anxiety and improve the delivery of their message. By focusing on the audience's reactions and feedback, speakers can adjust their approach in real time, ensuring their message remains impactful and clear. The practice of active listening requires continuous effort and mindfulness. To become fully present in conversations, eliminate distractions such as mobile phones, background noise, or internal dialogues. By dedicating your full attention to the speaker, you promote a deeper connection and understanding. In this chapter, we explored various strategies to navigate and manage challenging dialogues with poise. Recognizing stress triggers allows you to prepare mentally for difficult conversations, while techniques like deep breathing and pausing before responding can help you maintain composure. Cultivating a positive mindset enables you to see these exchanges as opportunities for growth rather than threats, and reinforces resilience. Your body language, including eye contact and facial expressions, also plays a crucial role in conveying calmness and confidence during these interactions. Active listening was highlighted as a key component in fostering effective communication. By fully engaging with the speaker's message and emotions, you create an environment where all parties feel heard and respected. Employing strategies such as summarizing points, asking reflective questions, and using nonverbal cues can enhance understanding and connection. Thoughtful responses that address key concerns help build rapport and demonstrate genuine engagement. These techniques not only improve workplace communication, but also aid in public speaking and other professional settings, ultimately leading to more productive and meaningful conversations. Conclusion. Throughout this journey, we've delved into the core principles that shape effective communication, aiming to empower you in your professional and personal endeavors. As we reflect on the key concepts covered, it's vital to recognize the symbiotic relationship between mindset, language, and body language. These elements are the foundational pillars of confident speaking, intertwined in a way that each supports the others to create a cohesive and powerful communication strategy. We've started by breaking down the barriers of limiting beliefs. By understanding and addressing these mental roadblocks, you set the stage for true confidence. It's not merely about overcoming fear, but transforming it into an ally. This book has provided strategies to reshape your inner narrative, allowing you to believe in your ability to captivate an audience. Whether you're pitching to investors, leading a team meeting, or prepping for a public speaking engagement, this newfound self-assurance is your launchpad. Moving beyond mindset, we've dissected the art of language, both its nuances and its power. Storytelling emerged as a critical skill, enabling you to connect with your audience on a deeper emotional level. Stories are memorable. They humanize data and make complex ideas accessible. By weaving relevant anecdotes into your presentations, you've learned to engage listeners and leave a lasting impression. Coupling this with techniques in vocal tonality gives your words the weight they deserve. No longer will you be just another voice in the room. You'll be a compelling storyteller whose message resonates long after the conversation ends. Equally important is body language. Nonverbal cues often speak louder than words, conveying confidence, enthusiasm, and credibility. Through conscious control of gestures, posture, and eye contact, you can project a commanding presence that reinforces your spoken message. This book has equipped you with the tools to harness these subtle yet powerful aspects of communication. ensuring that every movement you make adds value to your discourse. However, understanding these components isn't enough. The true transformation lies in practice. Think back to learning to ride a bike. Each tumble taught you balance. Each retry built your confidence. Similarly, applying the techniques discussed here requires consistent effort. Start small. Practice active listening in casual conversations, rehearse your pitches, and seek feedback. With time, these new habits will become second nature, embedded in your everyday interactions. Repetition is the mother of skill. The more you practice, the more comfortable and adept you will become. Imagine incorporating these exercises into your daily routine, like honing vocal exercises while commuting or practicing storytelling with friends. Each opportunity to apply these techniques is a stepping stone towards mastering them. Keep pushing your boundaries, embracing challenges as opportunities to refine your craft. Remember, every great communicator started somewhere. With persistence, you too can achieve mastery. As you incorporate these techniques, it's crucial to remain true to yourself. Authenticity is the secret ingredient that makes communication genuinely impactful. While mimicking successful frameworks can provide structure, the essence of your message should reflect your unique personality and experiences. When you speak from the heart, your genuine passion and sincerity shine through, creating a connection that's impossible to replicate. Picture yourself sharing a story that matters to you. It's in those moments, when you're most vulnerable and authentic, that you truly captivate your audience. Let your individuality infuse your communication style. Your voice, your perspective, and your personal touch are what make your message memorable. Don't shy away from letting your true self come forth. This authenticity is where your charisma and influence truly lie. Now it's time to take action. Start implementing what you've learned, starting with low-stakes environments and gradually moving to more formal settings. Attend networking events and use them as practice grounds. Seize opportunities to present in meetings and volunteer for speaking engagements. Every interaction is a chance to polish your skills further. Visualize walking into your next big meeting or presentation. Instead of feeling daunted, you'll recall the strategies discussed here. Deep breathing to calm your nerves, engaging stories to draw in your audience, and confident body language to assert your presence. You'll approach each scenario with the tools and confidence required to shine. In conclusion, remember that effective communication is a lifelong journey, one that evolves with every experience and interaction. You've now equipped yourself with the knowledge and techniques necessary to enhance your speaking prowess. Embrace the mix of preparedness and spontaneity, structured learning, and personal flair. Let your mindset, language, and body language work in harmony to convey messages that inspire, persuade, and resonate. The capacity to communicate effectively is within you. Continue to nurture it and watch how it transforms your professional and personal life. From overcoming internal barriers to mastering external expressions, you've embarked on a path to becoming a confident, compelling communicator. Carry these lessons forward, practice diligently, stay authentic, and boldly step into every speaking opportunity. The stage is set, the spotlight is on. You have everything you need to make your voice heard and your ideas shine.